All right. So what am I seeing? Bottom of the deck is Two of Pentacles. Priorities. I feel like you're prioritizing your life and you're getting rid of the things that are just consuming your time, that it's like, look, I'm wasting my time with that. I can be focused on other things. So I feel like for you all, Aquarius, this is about reprioritizing your lives. What's really important to you? What needs to get done and what can be delegated or what can be completely let go. All right. And that can be with work taskings, that can be with social engagements, that can be with your own personal to-do list. Maybe there's things going on with your family. It's like, all right, let's delegate the chores here, things like that. So you're getting your life in order. Central to your reading is the Devil card reversed. Yeah. And crossing that is the Five of Wands. Okay. I feel like you're struggling with releasing old addictions because the Devil card is about addictions, codependent behavior, behavior that no longer serves you, or just toxic tendencies. For some of you, you're letting this go because it's reversed. I feel like it no longer has a hold on you, so you're releasing that. And I think you're struggling with it as a challenge because you have the Five of Wands. So this is a big challenge for you right now. But be gentle with yourself. Honor the changes that you're making and know that you're doing the right thing to let go of codependent behavior, toxic tendencies, which could be, I don't know, maybe drinking or gambling or shopping. Maybe some of you have a shopping addiction and don't realize it. Some of you may be stuck in a karmic situation, a karmic relationship where you break up and you make up and then you break up and you make up again. And it's just this thing that goes back and forth and back and forth. And I feel like some of you are struggling to break free from that because it's reversed. I think you are. I think you're going to be successful in that. But I feel like you're doing this because you recognize that you need to make changes for your highest good. I think you're recognizing that whatever this is, I feel like there's a group of you that are in the thick of it. There's a group of you who have come out of it, but the energy hasn't settled around it. So you're still a bit fresh and a bit fragile to the transition. And you're fearful of falling susceptible, back to this toxic energy. You don't want to go back to the past. What's supporting this is the Ace of Cups. So I feel like this is new beginnings. I feel like this is self-love. I feel like this is an apology. I feel like this is maybe you declaring your love to maybe yourself. You have to, in order for us to heal ourselves, we have to love ourselves. And in order for us to love others, we have to love ourselves first. I feel like for some of you, you're filling your cup up, your soul cup. Because you can't serve others, you can't fulfill others from an empty cup. But I feel like this is a healing. I feel like all of this is a healing that you're going through, Aquarius. Yeah. Recent past is Seven of Swords. So I feel like there's maybe some deception that you were experiencing, some secrets, potentially some lies. I think this was maybe the lie that was keeping you stuck. Maybe this is the story that was keeping you stuck that you kept telling yourself about why you needed to be in that spot. Maybe it was that relationship, why you needed to be in that relationship. There is something deceitful, deceptive of that you didn't have clarity of what it was until recently. But this is in the past, okay? Because you do have that healing cup, at the foundation of your reading. So I do feel like this is a healing for you and that this is no longer a thing. In your near future, Four of Pentacles reversed, protecting yourself, self-protect mode. I feel like you're going to get away from that. You're going to be successful in it. but you're definitely protecting yourself. You're protecting your heart. You're protecting your finances. You're protecting your emotions, your territory. I don't feel you being territorial, like, oh my God, fearful. It's like, all right, I am just being ultra careful with who I let in, with what opportunities I accept, as you heal. Because I do feel like this is definitely a healing. In your mind's eye, what's on your mind? Ace of Wands. New beginnings, looking for that inspiration, looking for that motivation, that next thing that's going to spark happiness and joy in your life. What's that thing or opportunity that's going to move you forward in your new direction? Now that you got out of that, it's like, okay, what's next? I feel like you're getting excited and inspired about life. You have two aces here. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Yeah. I don't feel the need to call signs in this particular reading. I don't. It could be anyone that you're dealing with. I'm really more focused on the healing aspect of the message that's coming through for you, Aquarius. Knight of Wands. This is a message coming in. This could be it's reversed, so it's delayed. This is going to be a message of passion. This can be a message of spirituality, perhaps. Maybe this is going to go along with the healing that you need. This could be the message that you need to propel you forward, to get you going. In your environment, King of Pentacles. So you're lining yourself up with your wealth and finances, lining up your abundance, lining up your resources, setting up your hearth and home. Maybe some of you, maybe you're rebuilding your wealth. Maybe in that toxic situation, you lost all your money and now you're on the road to recovery, right? In your environment, in your hopes and fears, Knight of Pentacles. So reversed. So you're waiting on messages, of hope and inspiration and money, a job offer, new opportunities, a fresh start. You're waiting on that. There's a few things that need to clear up because outcome is the 10 of Swords, completion. Completion, painful endings. Yeah. Wow, Aquarius. You guys are really in the thick of this for some of you. But yeah, you're breaking free of the devil energy. You're breaking free of that toxic, codependent, addictive type behavior or person. It could have been just sort of like I said, a gambling addiction, a drinking addiction, maybe a spending addiction like shopping. Maybe there's other substance abuses going on. Could have been a cyclical karmic cycle that you just are done with the back and forth. You said, enough, I can't handle it. And it's a painful ending for you because it's 10 of Sword energy. But you have to go through this and allow this healing to take place because you are definitely on the road to recovery. And I do see that. You have messages from the Pentacles and the Wands coming in, and you have the King who is out of a balance and out of alignment right now, but it's all part of the process. Sometimes we have to lose everything in order to regain it tenfold. So I feel like abundance for you is definitely on the horizon. It's just you have to go through this this gauntlet, so to speak. And I feel like a lot of signs are doing this in various aspects, okay? So up next, I'm going to pull some confirmation cards using the Untamed Truth Oracle deck. Let me just kind of clear some space here. Yeah, but you're definitely, and it's interesting, this whole gauntlet thing, this whole path, you have to go through the dark in order to get to the light. And I feel like you're right there. It's darkest before daybreak. Okay, and I feel like you're right there, Aquarius. All right, so just know that you're almost done, and that abundance and love and happiness and joy are on its way. But this is completing, and I feel like this is a big karmic cycle, karmic lesson for you, and that you've gained a lot of wisdom. You've gained a lot of wisdom about your spiritual growth, your spiritual healing, and how to heal your core wounds so you can be a better, stronger, more enlightened, more loving version of yourself for the next person. All right. So like I said, this is Untamed Truth Oracle. My face is itching. My face always starts to itch during these readings when I'm channeling. And that's kind of like an indicator for me that, you know, these are the messages for you that spirit would like to convey. So, like I said, it's always darkest before the sun comes out. And I feel like you're going through a dark period. This is the oh fuck card. So sorry for the harsh language. This is the Untamed Oracle Truth deck, but it has a unique way of conveying truth, of conveying messages. And I feel like this is you, this dark, tangled mess. But because it's reversed, it's internal to you, but you're releasing it. I feel like this is synonymous with the Devil card, with the addiction, this mess, this black mess of stuff that is being released. But don't worry. You know, you've got distortion coming through as well. This is, you know, distorted thinking. And we talked about that. We talked about you, you know, believing some of the lies. I feel like this goes with the Seven of Swords card, that you're believing a distorted version of the truth. Or maybe you were just telling yourself a distorted version of the truth to make this feel better. Okay? Sort of as a defense mechanism in order for you to endure and in order for you to stay in this. But you're gaining clarity. This distortion, because it's reversed, this is, again, self-imposed. It's all here. So the moment that you have an opportunity to clear your head and to get clear about what what this was and what the lessons here were for you, all of this is going to clear up. All of it. Okay? Just this is a time for you to dream big, to imagine the possibilities of what life can look and feel like. It's actually up next. You have the Imagination card. Yeah, this is a time for you to get creative and tap into your inner child and kind of like remember what life was like, you know, when you lived sort of free and untethered. Sky's the limit. You can have anything that you want in this life, Aquarius. You really can. Ask and you shall receive, and the universe will deliver. You just have to believe it. You can want what you want, and you can attract it. Just, you know, say it and then surrender it to the universe and watch what happens. So connection is coming through, it's coming in reverse, and I feel like this is your soul connection. I feel like you're out of alignment and disconnected from your soul's purpose. I feel like you're not quite in alignment with the divine, but it's coming in. All that's rectifying because you have the completions card. You know, you have the Ten of Swords right here. And this, once this clears, your connection with yourself is going to go upright. All right, so keep your thoughts positive. Don't sink lower into that low vibrational energy. Get out of this mess, okay? You don't need to be here anymore. Think about the one thing that makes you happy. What does that feel like? And focus on that feeling, because that feeling is going to help you clear this. And this will dissipate and no longer be a thing for you. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and check in with our soul connections. Masculine and feminines. Okay. So masculine would like to share to his feminine, I forgive you. And I feel that we're getting closer. Okay. Feminine is saying, I think of you as my best friend. However, I am closed off to love right now. Okay. I do get the sense that this is a timing thing. And I've been seeing this in a lot of the connections that I've done the readings for. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of love in these connections. And I do feel that a lot of the soulmates who are out of union are now starting to come back and they're starting to have those check-ins. But I do think that it's timing. And some of the readings I've done, it's been on the feminine side. They're like, okay, that's awesome. However, I'm busy. You know, I feel like the feminines right now, I feel like many of us are really doing the healing work, clearing the karma, getting into this new vibrational energy, aligning ourselves with a new vibrational energy so that way we can be ready and set up for our new life to start. You know, I feel like some of it has already started crystallizing in the 3D. Jeez, sorry. City living. It is Friday night. So, but yeah, I feel like some of that's been crystallizing in the 3D. You know, maybe you've made some location moves. Maybe you started a new job. Maybe you've accepted a promotion. Maybe you started, you know, incorporating yourself with a new circle of friends. So things like that. I feel like you are setting yourself up in your new life because you had to. I feel like when you came out of union with this person, that it was like, all right, what's next? You know, that separation gave the feminines an opportunity to be like, all right, let me be on my own for a while and let me figure myself out so that way I can show up stronger, more enlightened, more wizened for this next connection. And it could be the connection with your person that you're out of union with, or it could be a connection with someone new. All right. So I do feel like, yeah, it's a timing thing. It's definitely a timing thing. And, you know, don't rush anything. That's one thing, is if you are experiencing check-ins from your soulmates, allow it to unfold naturally. You don't really want things to be rushed. We also have Mercury retrograde coming up. So be kind of mindful of that with our communication. Okay. So for the elk, stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. Yeah, this is all about masculine energy. When in balance, it's supportive, kind, and consistent. So it's coming in upright for you. So you're being represented as balanced. The gray elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. I think this is what you needed to hear, Aquarius, just because of this healing process that you're going through. And I like that this is coming in for you because this is big earth energy. It's masculine energy. So it's like, all right, let's get grounded. Let's figure ourselves out, you know, because, yeah, this means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's changes. And you're definitely going through some changes right now. So it's nice that this card of stability is coming in saying, it's okay. We got you. The universe has your back. Take a slow walk outside, get some fresh air, enjoy the beautiful fall scenery, because that is earthing. And I think you need to do a little bit more earthing right now, Aquarius, just to kind of help you transition through this healing time. All right. So peacock. Some say this is like the proud peacock, but this is inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. Yeah, when in balance, it's confident and kind. I love that. I feel like you definitely need to be reminded to be confident through this time. So I do feel like the energy here is heavy, especially releasing the devil energy, releasing addictions, releasing big karma. You know, it can be heavy, but this is a time, this card is coming in to say, you know what? Yeah, and inner beauty and compassion. So be gentle and loving towards yourself as you go through this, you know, this transition. Be confident, be kind. Yeah, so this is great energy. I love it. So the beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life. So it doesn't harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within I can't speak. Let's try that again. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experience in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. Yeah, I think this is a message you also needed to hear. What struck me was that it can assimilate or digest all experiences in life. So I feel like you're definitely going to successfully come out of this Ten of Swords energy, this reversed devil energy. You're going to come out successful. All is well. You're definitely going to find peace, love, happiness, and harmony in your life. That is definitely in store for you. You just have to go through this gauntlet, so to speak, this point of transition. I feel like this is like an initiation of some sort for your life, to up level, to upgrade. And it's like you're proving to the universe that you are ready for what's next, for the gift that the universe is about to bestow upon you. Oh, so you got 3. 2 just popped out. I wonder if it was the same 2 that were trying to come out. So you have the storyteller, which I love, which is basically saying you are the author of your own life. You are the main character in your life, and don't be a bit player in your life. This is about you taking ownership of your story. You get to write the next chapter of your life. What do you want to say? So that is the storyteller. Let's go ahead and read the dream traveler. Let me just show you the storyteller card. It's actually really pretty. So I love that. I feel like I love the blues because this is all about communication. This is throat chakra energy. I like the purples up in the sky because I feel like that's opening up your third eye chakra. Psychic downloads, intuition. Yeah, I love the fire energy represented in the center. That's passion for your life. That's the fire in your belly. What's going to spark and motivate you? Because that's what's going to write your story. That's the energy behind the pen for you to author your next chapter in life. All right. So dream traveler, you are a channel for spirit. Trust your intuition, hunches, and gut reactions. This is a visionary card with with the message that you're on the right path. Even if it doesn't always seem like it. So you're on the right path, and I do feel like this is excellent because of this, like I keep saying the gauntlet of life. This is a transition that you're going through, and it's challenging. It's challenging from what I can see, but you're going to get through it successfully. Your higher self and spiritual guides, ancestors, and guardians are watching over you and supporting you. You are blessed, and you are a blessing. You are a dreamer in the most wondrous definition of the word. In earth-based tribal traditions, people looked to those unique individuals who had the ability to journey during their nocturnal dreams to bring back wisdom and guidance for the tribe. The dreamers were able to step through sacred portals in the night to commune with those on the other side. You carry the energy of the visionary, healer, and seer. Watch your dreams. Messages from the Creator are flowing to you.